This is the Canon T7i. It's a DSLR camera and is very different than the 105 and 205, but the image quality is significantly more cinematic. So if you're looking to give your footage that edge, this is the camera for you. The battery slot is located on the bottom side of the camera and uses a different, smaller battery than the 105 and 205. The card slot is on the right side of the camera and uses a smaller standard SD card. These cameras also have different tripod plates, so make sure you have the right type of tripod. To remove the lens cap, just press in and pull off. Switch the style to the manual setting, which is marked by the letter M. Once all of that is done, you can push the switch all the way to the video setting. The display will turn on and you should see something like this. The boxes with numbers at the bottom, from left to right, are for shutter speed, aperture, and ISO. You can tap any of these boxes to adjust them. For shutter speed, you're going to want to leave that at 50. Aperture is how much light is being let into the camera. The higher the aperture, the less light that will travel through the lens. This will also affect depth of field. Lower apertures will leave the background completely out of focus, whereas higher apertures will cause both the background and foreground to be in focus. ISO also deals with brightness, but it's a bit different, as this light is artificial. The higher the ISO, the brighter your image. However, since the light is artificial, higher ISOs will cause grainy or noisy footage, so try to keep the ISO at 800 or below for the best looking results. Pressing this Q button will open up some more settings, but the only one you really need to focus on is the white balance setting. You can use the settings to adjust the color of your shot depending on the environment you're shooting in. To adjust the zoom of the shot, twist this part of the lens, and to adjust focus, twist this one. Make sure that you're set to manual focus though. When switching lenses, prepare the new lens by removing this end cap, and then press the release button on the camera, twist the lens, and then remove it. Take the cap from the new lens and secure it on the lens you just took off. Then, line up the new lens with the red dot or white square and twist it into place. Try to be swift when doing this to prevent any dust from getting into the camera or onto the bottom of the lens. To start and stop recording, press this camera button right here. Audio is quite different with the DSLR cameras and is typically recorded with an external microphone, in this case a zoom. To set the zoom up, remove the back plate and insert two AA batteries. Make sure the black strip is under the batteries, as this will make the batteries easy to remove. Now insert an SD card into the slot on the right side of the zoom. To turn it on, slide and hold this switch and wait for the screen to turn on. Next up, get a boom pole and a microphone, and place the microphone on the pole. Insert an XLR cable into the microphone and then into the zoom. Make sure that the zoom is set to record audio from channels 1 and 2 and not the internal mic by checking these lights. Once that's all set, press the record button. This will not start to record the audio, but will allow you to hear the audio with headphones on and check the levels. Try to make sure that the levels are between -24 and -12. If you need to adjust them, the record volume slider is on the right side. Pressing record again will make the zoom start recording. Once you're done, press the stop button to end the recording. To run through it again, press record twice to start recording, and stop to end the recording. If you're not sure if the audio is being recorded, check to see if the timer is active. If it is, you're recording. When you're about to record, standard procedure is for the camera operator to press record, say camera rolling, followed by the audio person to start recording, and then say audio rolling, followed by calling of the scene number, shot and take if you're working with a slate, and then the director calling action. The camera and audio will be stopped at the end of the shot when the director says cut.